The Heritage Classic between the Flames and Oilers just wrapped up, and it was honestly a decent game, all things considered. I know I was calling it the battle between a stoppable force and a movable object in one of my previous videos, but it was honestly a pretty fun game to watch. It helped that the weather was beautiful and seemed to allow for the ice conditions to stay pretty favorable throughout the game, more or less. But there was a little Easter egg for Canucks fans hidden during the game, thanks to Kevin Bieksa, that some of you might have missed. Before the game started, Bieksa would ask this question to his old Canuck teammate, Chris Tanev.
Tanny, your first Heritage Classic we played together, and it was essentially an indoor game at BC Place because they kept the dome shut, if you remember. So this one's going to be a little bit different for you. So how does it feel so far, other than the fact that your starting goalie is going to play tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Lou didn't start and then got traded, and then I think everyone else got traded after. But yeah, no, the vibes here are a lot better than the one we played in. I think just actually being outside and sort of, as you said before, Battle of Alberta. So I mean, it's definitely a totally different atmosphere, I think, than the one we played in. I don't know, in 2013 or 14, whenever it was.
That brings back some rough memories, but I think it's been enough time now that I can find humor in the whole situation. For those who don't know or don't remember, Bieksa and Tanev are referring to the 2014 Heritage Classic between the Canucks and the Senators. Unfortunately, it's best remembered as one of the most infamous games in modern Canucks history because it directly led to the departure of the undisputed best goalie in the history of this franchise, that being Roberto Luongo. And that's what Tanev refers to in this interview when he says,
yeah, I mean, Lou didn't start and then got traded, and then I think everyone else got traded after. But
Luongo was still the #1 goalie for the Canucks in 2014, with Eddie Lack hot on his heels as the young, up-and-coming goalie in the organization after the departure of Corey Schneider. But then head coach John Tortorella would make the decision to run the hot hand of Eddie Lack at the Heritage Classic, given the Canucks were in a heated battle for the final wildcard spots in the West. This didn't end up working out for anyone involved. Eddie Lack would face some backlash from the fans, even though it wasn't his fault. He would end up being a fan favorite for years afterwards, but still, the immediate reaction was definitely negative from the fans. Luongo would end up getting traded to the Panthers just 2 days later, marking the beginning to the end of the Canucks' contention window. Ryan Kesler would also get traded later in the same off-season after the Canucks would go on to miss the playoffs that season. John Tortorella would get let go as the head coach of the Canucks after just 1 season. It was just an awful time to be a Canucks fan. It really signifies the start of the darkest decade in modern Canucks history. But hey, in hindsight, it's pretty funny to think about, and that's why selfishly as a Canucks fan, I absolutely love having Bieksa in the media. I think guys like him and Bissonnette are amazing at getting some of the personality out of the guys. A guy like Tanev isn't normally so forthcoming and open about how
the vibes here are a lot better.
I just love to see it. I hope he stays in media for decades to come, to be honest. He has the perfect mix of charisma, wit, and game knowledge that could really help market the sport. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little throwback moment just as much as I did. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.